And here we go with week 9 of On Top the Cage. We've somewhat officially reached the halfway pole of the National Football League season already.
We're halfway? Oh, my God.
Well, they play 17, but we're through 8. So that's close enough. As close as it's going to get. Odd number.
I can't believe it's November 1st already.
I know. Dude, it came.
Freaking time flies.
It announced itself as well. We had some snow flurries last night. We had some snow on the ground this morning. No accumulation, really, but...
I mean, the ground was covered.
It was white. Yeah, my deck was completely white.
The deck.
Oh, dude.
It was snowing in my rig, my grill. I left open when we ate, and when I went to go to shut it, it's snowing.
What did you leave open?
My grill. To cool off before I covered it.
And you forgot about it?
No, I cooked, took the stuff in, we ate dinner, and then when I went to go out to shut it, after we ate, it was snowing like hell.
What time did you eat? Didn't start snowing until like 9:30, did it last night?
No, it was snowing at my house. It was like 8 o'clock.
But November's here. It announced itself. I thought I was going to change the set this week, but it didn't happen. I was going to do it last night, except the leaf blowing. Dan mentioned we had white. I had all brown, yellow, red on. I couldn't see any green on my backyard as of last night. It took me 2 hours to blow the leaves off, and I'm glad I did because it's turning cold, and I don't know. And sometimes they stick to the ground when we get snow and things like that. So I made some
progress. Your mower
progress.
is gone. Is it getting fixed?
Yeah, it's another belt issue. Yeah, it can't handle the backyard. The backyard has a significant slope. It's very bumpy in regards to all the roots with the great big trees that we have. We have a very unique backyard. I'll put it that way. So, yeah. And last week, speaking of weather, last week rainy again, but I don't know. We'll see.
Cleared up though for trick or treat.
It did. How was your trick or treat experience?
Ran out of candy, first time ever.
So wait, let's do the beer review before we get into it.
All right.
Want to do it?
Yeah.
All right. What we got, Dan?
A Lock 15 Brewing beer. This is another local company here in Akron.
We've never done one of their beers before on the show.
And is it called Fragile Festivus?
So most people say fragile. My wife says fragile.
Combination of the Christmas Story and then Festivus is obviously Seinfeld.
What does it say back there, Dan? You got the
6.5% alcohol by volume. The Fragile Festivus Christmas Ale is a cinnamon and ginger spiced malty amber ale. This ale is brewed with lots of brown sugar and honey malts. Balances
no
of
coffee,
spicy
right?
notes and malty body festively. What? I don't know. They're getting a little crazy there. Can presentation is nice.
What's up with that lamp, that stripper leg lamp?
Come on, the Christmas Story. It's the leg lamp.
That's
electric sex in the window. Come on.
Oh, that's what it is.
You don't even know that movie?
I don't watch movies.
You don't know Christmas Story. The freaking house is right in Cleveland. You never been there?
Been there? Like toured it?
Yeah.
No.
Oh my God.
I like it. I like the stripper.
I have a leg lamp that we could put in the front room window, just like he did.
You have this lamp?
It's a major award.
You have this lamp?
Yeah.
This lamp?
Yeah.
Is it long and tall?
I have a short version of it, not the full length.
As a midget stripper.
Get the hell. I can't believe you don't know what that is.
I don't.
I'm going to bring it over here so it's on the show.
Bring it. We'll add it to the decor. It'll be up next week, I promise.
Our Christmas show, the leg lamp will be here.
Dan, I poured this thing and there's absolutely zero head on it. But it's quite a
sounds like
color.
A personal problem.
Oh, goodness gracious. I told you it shoves in your face.
It smells like a Christmas beer.
It's got a lot going on.
It does, but it's light. It's not nearly.
What did you say the percentage was? 6?
6.5.
Oh, it's easy. That's easy like Sunday morning.
It's good. I like it.
It'll be even darker next week when we shoot the show. Daylight savings time, right?
Yeah, we fall back.
Fall back is right. Not a fan. Not a fan.
I'm reading the other side.
What you got? Anything good? I don't mind it. I like it. I think. You gotta read it.
Remember, it's Fragile. It must be Italian.
What? Whatever.
You got. I can't believe you haven't seen that freaking movie.
I'm not.
You're a tool bag.
Is it good?
Christmas Story?
The movie.
Where he gets the BB gun?
No, I don't know anything about that.
Oh, my God.
Barely heard of it. I heard of it. That's about this.
You're busting my balls.
I'm not. I don't know. Listen, when I met my wife, she had never seen The Grinch, man. We're taking it step by step.
They show Christmas Story on TBS. It's like 24 hours. Christmas Eve into Christmas Day.
Listen, come wintertime here, whatever, there's lots of good sports going on. I don't got time for two and a half hour movie or something nuts.
Turn off Dancing with the Stars and watch Christmas Story.
I don't watch that one either. Anyway, we were on the trick-or-treat experience, I know.
Jeez.
We had a good one out here. Dan, you go first. How was yours? You passed out the candy?
I actually did not. There were other people. You know, we had neighbors and stuff over in the garage. Tyler had come home from OU because he didn't want to have the, underage arrest and whatnot down there because it's just the cops are rampant on Halloween weekend down there.
They crack down there for sure.
He came home, so other people are handing out the candy, and I'm like, just get rid of it. When it's gone, it's gone. We'll turn the lights off. So I don't know if kids are getting handfuls.
Did you see the kids, though?
I saw a couple. The ones I knew, or kids would come up that knew me, got my attention and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I would go over and throw a handful in, and then next thing I know, we're out of candy.
Did you hand out any Bud Lights?
No, nobody. I mean, we offered them to people because we had cider with Jameson. There's still some peach shandy on tap, and then the fridge was obviously full too. You
didn't buy any 30-pack of Milwaukee's Best or something to be able to hand out if you ran low?
No, well, I'm not going to run low on beer.
Oh, you don't want to give them the good stuff.
No, made my stuffed pepper soup. Yeah, fantastic.
Well, that's good. That's all good. We had a good experience over here too. It was Katie, myself, and Connor and his girlfriend Bree were out on the front stoop. We had all of the animatronics out there, if you will, like 5 of them, including Strawman Dan was out there. Strawman Dan made his appearance out there. But it was like we were a band. I mean, we had people pass out candy. We had a fog machine. There was a foot pedal for something that had to operate. There was clickers. So no, we had a good time.
Did you scare the crap out of anybody?
Yeah, we had some people crying. Babies crying. We get that one thing goes lunges in the air, and then Strawman Dan. If I would have planned out better, he's all slumpy, but you hit the button, he goes like this. As soon as anybody comes,
do that on the show.
I know. If I would, when we were doing that out of Trick or Treat, I'm like, oh my God, I should have brought the clicker out with me. And when I started talking about the Browns, I should have hit it, or something like that. So, but we had a good experience. It was fun out there. I was going to ask you best costume because I know what ours was. It didn't sound like you saw too many people though.
A lot of superheroes.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
I don't have a best. Let me think about that. Tell me who yours was.
It was this. Well, he was guided by his father, but he had this enormous inflatable. I don't know if it was a dinosaur or a rhinoceros or what it was. It was monstrous, but his dad was guiding him around so he didn't knock over any of the animatronics that we had all set up by the area. But it was it was unanimous in regards to all of us between Katie, myself, and Connor and Bree that we thought that was the best costume. So
I don't remember costume, but the best rig getting kids around, somebody had a golf cart, and I know they rented it because I saw the truck driving through the neighborhood. It was a golf cart. Look, they had it like an old-fashioned truck on the front, and the back was a wagon or a tailgate or the bed with straw in it.
Yeah.
And, the kids could sit in little bales of straw. It was pretty cool. Yeah. It was a pretty cool setup.
That's good. That's a good way to get people around. Yeah, it was busy here for sure. Our lights, we had over 200 pieces. Our lights went out at 7:20 because we ran out.
I made it further than you then.
Yeah, Connor was happy about that. The Buckeyes started at 7:30. He's like, perfect. So anyway, he got into the garage or out here where we are right now in time to watch the Buckeye football game, who ended up being number 1, ranked in the first poll that came out. So,
well, they should be.
I agreed, based upon who they play,
the schedule, and all the other nonsense. I completely agree. Blowing out teams, but come on, it's who you play.
Right. It's exactly. As a start. It's not where you start, it's where you finish. But, yeah, I think they deserve to be number 1 as well. So
we'll see what happens, though. Georgia, I think, still has 3 teams in the top 20 that they're playing.
They actually play a ranked team this week. I think very bottom-ranked Missouri, but
Missouri could give them a good game. I don't think Missouri's bottom ranked. I think they're.
Oh, I thought 12? They were in the 20s. Oh, really? Oh, they're that high? I didn't know that.
They're that.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'm mistaken
Michigan's
about that.
got to go to Penn State. It'll be interesting. I mean, if Ohio State takes care of business and then or happen to lose to Michigan, I still think they make it in.
Yeah. A revolving door family may happen this weekend again. I had a FaceTime call on Saturday night with my sister Kim and her husband Tim. They may be up here Friday. Just a quick stop by. I know they're going to see their daughter who is in Cleveland. So we'll see about that. The revolving door continues around here, but we're very grateful for that as Katie and I don't leave too much. We're grateful for all the family that comes to visit us. I guess we're okay. We're fun, I suppose.
Yeah, they'll be in the garage.
That's right. So football stuff, trade deadline came and passed. Wasn't terribly eventful.
The Washington Commanders were sellers. I mean, what the hell? How did San Francisco steal Chase Young for a third-round pick?
A compensatory third, too, which means the bottom of the third. The Bears ended up with Montez Sweat, their other great pass rusher. They paid a premium, a second-round pick.
What's his contract, though?
It's due. He's free agent. Yeah, they got to pay him. Yeah, they got to pay him. You're going to give a second-round pick, they're going to pay him. They have to pay him, so... that's a little bit of football stuff. But last week, as we're on the football, Dan went 7-8-1. He is 64.
Yeah, we got to talk about the big crew game tonight. First playoff game against Atlanta.
That is MLS
playoffs. Hurry up
this
show.
I knew Dan's going to rush me a little bit. College basketball's back this week as well.
I don't care about that. So we got the crew tonight, and we got Kent coming to Akron.
Wagon wheels up for grabs.
The two worst teams in the MAC playing each other. Nobody's got a victory. We'll see what happens. Someone's got to win.
We'll have both the TVs going here momentarily after the show, and that'll be fun for us. We haven't had a lot of viewing after the show. We have a tendency to play like song games and things like that.
No, we're filming.
We got sports. We got sports.
We got stuff to do.
Dan did get us started a little bit early here. It's 7:15 almost here. I know the crew kick at 7:40, but we won't quite be done.
Yeah,
last
we're
week,
going to be done. Dan will be done.
Dan went 7-8-1 last week, under 500, but he is positive for the year, certainly 64, 56, and 2. That's 8+. That's a really good number. 3-4-1 now with the Elephant Picks best bet. We both chose the Jets last week, and they pushed. They were -3. They won by 3. That was an awful fucking football game. I'll talk about it momentarily.
It was awful.
I had a pretty good week. I went 9-6-1. I shared the exact same cumulative record with Dan at 64, 56, and 2. 8+ once again. So you know about the Elephant Picks. I am 4-3-1 on the year. I got to do better than that. I was all happy about my Elephant Picks last year, and it's been kind of hit and miss this year so far. So we talked about a little bit of sports stuff. I talked about college basketball, MLS. We got playoffs going on. We're ready for football, I think.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
Dan's ready for football. Thursday Night Football on Amazon starts with the Tennessee Titans traveling to Pittsburgh. Tennessee 3-4 on the year. The Pittsburgh Steelers opposite record 4-3. Steelers have been installed as 3-point favorites in this football game. Tennessee, they come off of their win against Atlanta at home, where Will Levis made his first start of the year, and is now the leading touchdown thrower for the Tennessee Titans this year. He threw 4 of them last week. He lit them up, kind of. It was a very good performance. He got DeAndre Hopkins involved. I mean, it looked a lot better. Vrabel Tomlin, we got 2 great Mike coaches going at it this week. The Steelers, they come off of their loss at home against Jacksonville. Offense is still lousy, if you ask me.
It stinks.
It does.
I mean, the defense is awesome.
Awesome's a little strong. It's pretty good.
You're right. Awesome is a little strong because Tennessee, to win this game, don't have Will Levis sit back there and throw the ball. It's not going to happen. Run Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Steelers, they're not a good run defense. I'm telling you, run Derrick Henry. That cheap shot Minka Fitzpatrick is out. So
what do you got, a hamstring?
Not going to take your running back's knees out.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's -3. We'll
run the ball. You'll beat him.
Derrick Henry was rumored to be on the trade block at the deadline. It didn't happen. They kept him. Is Will Levis going to perform like he did last week again against this Pittsburgh defense?
Well, I mean, it's new, first time seeing the kid. I mean, I'm great. He had success, but come on. Don't do that to him against the Steelers. He's not going to stand back there and throw the ball.
You did it at home against Atlanta. Atlanta's got a top 10
Atlanta
defense.
sucks.
They got a top 10 defense.
Where's Pittsburgh's
Statistically,
defense?
I don't know. Pittsburgh
You got
minus
that
3,
pass
Dan.
rush. No, I'm going with Tennessee on this one. Run the ball. You walk out of there.
I think Tom will have something for the rookie quarterback, may confuse him.
We still don't know if Pickett's going to play. Might be Trubisky.
I think Pickett's going to play. He says he's going to play.
Okay, that's fine. That's better. Put him in so he's trying to be tough and
who's better?
He's sore.
I don't know who's better, Pickett or Trubisky.
Honestly, yeah.
It's kind of like 6 half dozen the
I
other.
thought Trubisky didn't do bad when he was in there.
No, he can play. I think he can still play. Pittsburgh minus 3. I think they get a defensive touchdown somehow. I'm gonna take Pittsburgh.
That's the only way they win.
There's a lot of 2.5s, 3s, 2. There's a lot of short lines on the board tonight. Dan went for Tennessee. I'm going to go with Pittsburgh out of the gate.
Yep.
At odds out of the gate. Morning football on Sunday starts
Germany.
9:30 in the morning in Frankfurt, Germany. It is the in-laws football team. Just a great football game. I hate it that it's at 9:30 in the morning. I'm sure they do as well. It is the Miami Dolphins playing the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs are designated as the home team in Frankfurt, Germany. The Chiefs are 2-point favorites in this game. Both of these teams share identical records at 6-2. Miami comes off of their home win against New England. There's a lot to say about the in-laws team. I feel bad for my brother-in-laws. Is it kegs and eggs, guys? I don't know what the hell is going on. Is it kegs and frankfurters, hot dogs? I don't know. It's in Frankfurt, Germany. All I know is my guys are going to be lit up on the boys' text early.
Crowd.
Yeah. Oh, my God. They got to crack beers at 9 in the morning.
Yeah. Whoa.
They have no choice. You have no choice, right?
Yeah. Drink a German beer.
Spouses can't get mad. Tom, don't let Pat get mad at you. Kevin, Teddy, Grant, don't your ladies. Billy, don't let your ladies get mad at you. This is a holiday. This is a holiday game right here. Chiefs minus 2, but Miami comes off their win against New England. Here's the deal. And the whole knock on the Miami football team is they have not beat a team with a winning record. They're 6-2. They've lost 2 games to teams with winning records. That's Buffalo and Philadelphia. And the knock on them is that they can't beat a good football team. But I don't know. They're overseas. They have some offensive line issues. I was watching their game last week, and repeatedly their offensive linemen were going down with injury. So they're banged up a little bit. We got the Tyreek. There's a lot of things going on with this game. We got the Tyreek Hill revenge game, type of thing going on as well. Kansas City, they come off of a really bad loss in Denver, where they didn't score a point, or they didn't score a touchdown.
Yeah, no, they look like shit.
Yeah, they scored, 9 points in Denver.
Yeah.
You know how many?
They looked awful because Taylor wasn't there.
You know how many points that the Dolphins scored against Denver?
Yeah, like 70?
Fucking 70. 70. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of weird to say this, but the Kansas City defense is outplaying the Kansas City offense right now.
I agree.
I don't know. Kansas City to recap their minus 2. I'll take the lead.
I'll take the lead. Go ahead.
As my in-laws say, I'm going to go with the Miami Dolphins to prove that they can beat a winning football team this week.
I'm taking the Dolphins because they're already in Germany practicing in Kansas City, staying in Kansas City to have a freaking Halloween party.
Yeah, 2 different...
Team Halloween party. Get the hell out of here. It's freaking football season.
2 different...
Professionals, you get paid. You want to have a Halloween party? Screw that.
2 different thoughts. Mike McDaniel took his Miami Dolphin football team over there on Tuesday.
We're going to have a Halloween party in freaking April.
The Chiefs are taking a flight overseas on Thursday. So it's 2 different thoughts. I mean, teams do it all different. I don't know how much of a difference that's going to make. But I talked about earlier, sometimes it's which team does it better in regards to a really wild travel arrangement situation that they have. We both took the Dolphins. I love it. Very good. Sunday, 1 p.m. slate starts with the Minnesota Vikings traveling to Atlanta. Both these teams share identical records of 4-4. Atlanta 4.5-point favorite in this game. Minnesota comes off of their big division win in Green Bay. But the big news out of that,
quarterback.
Yeah, Achilles tear for Kirk Cousins. That sucks. I mean, 4-4 is 1,000% in the mix in the NFC for a playoff spot, but not anymore. And then obviously there was no debate about Kirk Cousins being, dealt or anything like that. After he went down, I know he's contacted Aaron Rodgers in regards to...
Aaron Rodgers reached out to him.
Oh, he did? That's
According
nice.
to Pat McAfee, when Aaron Rodgers was on
You a fan? Pat
the
McAfee.
show. Yeah, I watch. I turn it on the TV at night when I get home. They replay it.
I love
on
it.
One of the ESPN things.
I love this show. I only watch like snippets on Twitter, formerly known as Twitter X, I guess, now. But Minnesota, yeah, that wasn't it. They got a quarterback named Jaron Hall, who's a rookie starting. He's from BYU. They did trade for Josh Dobbs.
Yeah, he ain't playing, though.
He's not playing this week, so they're done. I mean, they're
Atlanta's
done.
going with Heineke. I don't know, Dobbs.
Yeah, Atlanta, new quarterback in Atlanta as well. Heineke has been, Desmond Ridder has been replaced with Taylor Heineke in regards to the quarterback play. I don't think that Ridder played poorly, but he kept turning the ball over. And it wasn't necessarily interceptions, like he's loose with the ball, like fumbled at the goal line a couple times a week or so ago.
Same
and,
problem that we got.
Yeah, we'll talk about your team. I mean, Atlanta has a top 10 defense. They do. They did lose Grady Jarrett in the middle of the defensive tackle.
Everybody's top 10.
They're both top 10. I know Kansas City's top 10. Atlanta's. I don't know. I know the other 8, but anyway. Browns for sure. Atlanta minus 4.5 in this game, Dan, against Minnesota.
I gotta go with the home team on this one, but I don't know if they win it by 4.5. Give me a break.
I'm gonna lay it just because
You're
of
going with Atlanta.
only because of Jaron Hall. But Dan, if Kirk Cousins is healthy, what do you think this line is?
Oh, it's the other way.
I think it's Minnesota minus 2.5 or something like that.
Yeah,
I do. I agree. I think Minnesota's favored in this game if Kirk Cousins plays. Atlanta comes off of their loss in Tennessee. We've talked about both these teams to an extent. I'm gonna lay it just because of the rookie quarterback. I know it's a big number.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the home team on this one. I would stay away from this if you're betting though.
No, I agree, and I am, but I probably will not put my personal money on this game. Dan and I are both laying a sizable number, I guess, if you will, minus 4.5.
But I'm not taking Atlanta tonight against the Crew.
Very good. Dan's hyped. He's ready. I'm sure we did one little beer shot before the game, or before the show started. I'm sure we'll do one when we get off set here again, but we weren't allowed to do it on set because of Dan.
Oh, because of me.
All right, another really good football team, and there's 14 games this week, and I think there's 4 really good ones, and I'm going to lump this in as a really good football game. It's the Seattle Seahawks traveling across the country to play the Baltimore Ravens. Seattle 5-2 on the year, Baltimore 6-2 on the year. Baltimore 5.5-point favorites in this game. Seattle comes off of their win at home against Cleveland, where they won a big-time back-and-forth game. They jumped out really early, and then Cleveland fought back, took the lead. Let's save the questionable coaching calls for your Cleveland football team, but they added
to win the next segment. Okay, fine.
No, to when Cleveland comes up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Next game. Dave's right. It's the next one on the board. So we'll save that for Cleveland. They added the good defensive tackle Williams from the Giants. They paid a penny for him. I want to say it was a second and maybe more. He's a good player that adds to their defense. I love their defense. It's aggressive. Geno's kind of a game manager. They have weapons for sure. I mean, they're a dangerous football team, if you ask me, being the Seattle Seahawks. And in Baltimore, they come up a ho-hum win, out in Arizona, where the offense, the previous week, the offense looked really good. And we're like, hey, here it goes. Here comes the Todd Monken offense. It didn't really back it up this week out in Arizona. I mean, they won the football game and they covered the number, but it wasn't pretty again. So they're like this work in progress football team to me.
Baltimore is a good team, and I would say they're probably the best in the AFC. But
really,
the weather is turning, so Mudbutt.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
You think the Baltimore Ravens are the best football team in the AFC?
Yeah, who's better? I mean, seriously.
I don't know.
Who's playing better?
I mean, Miami, Kansas City, Buffalo.
Well, Miami has a team with a winning record.
It did. I guess I'm not going to take.
Kansas City's not. I mean, it's up for debate. I'll debate or throw that out there. But
and I was going to back off a little bit too because there's a lot of parity. I mean, who's great, who's not? Dan's right.
I mean, their defense
they're in the debate.
They're good, and that team's going to go how Mudbutt goes, and if the weather's shitty. And Mudbutt don't like the cold. I'm telling you, he doesn't like the cold.
Don't like the cold.
He doesn't like it.
By the way, speaking of Lamar Jackson, who Dan affectionately calls
Mudbutt,
is 17-1 career as a starter against NFC football team. Seattle resides in the NFC conference. I don't know, 5.5 in this game, Dan. I think it's a ball game. I like the points.
It is a ball game too.
I like the points.
Did not impress me last week, though.
No, well, your defense has a tendency to make people look unimpressive.
And if we had covered 16 Tyler Lockett, he'd have been screwed. But every time we had pressure on him, 16 caught the ball.
Yeah, and they caught that.
I'm like, freaking somebody knock him down at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and Jackson Smith and Jigba got that bubble screen.
You want to get it?
We'll get it. It's the next game on the board. I'm going to take the points with Seattle getting 5.5.
I'm going with them, too.
Dan's riding with me. Next game on the board is the Arizona Cardinals traveling to Dan's football team, the Cleveland Football Browns. The Browns are 8-point favorites in this football game.
8 points?
Well, it makes some sense, Dan. Arizona, well, let's talk about Arizona's record. They're 1-7. The Cleveland Browns are 4-3. Arizona, we just talked about it. They come off of their loss at home against Baltimore. The Josh Dobbs era in Arizona is over. He got traded to Minnesota at the trade deadline. They said Kyler Murray's not going to start. They didn't say he wasn't going to play, but he fully practiced last week. Yeah. He fully practiced this week.
I'm sure he'll be in there.
I'll take a win.
What?
I know. All right. We're back on. It happens every week. I don't know how to fix it. I'm sorry. But Arizona, they're going to start this rookie quarterback named, his last name is Thune, Thune. He was at the University of Houston last year. Did you see where the fucking NFL is like so douchey?
Oh, I did see that. That is bullshit. Where they had the Houston color or the oil colors.
Oh, it was colors. Yeah, I'm glad you said
That's
color.
bullshit.
It's not like they had a fucking oil rig on their helmet.
So now you can't use it. If an NFL team has colors, you're going to send a freaking letter. Well, I mean, what are you going to do to all these high school teams?
Right.
That's bullshit.
That's
That's
problem,
ridiculous. NFL has trademark on colors. Come on.
I completely agree. And, Dan doesn't want me to make this show long, but I'm going to...
No, that was bullshit. I'm glad you brought that up.
And I'm going to segue something here. So, Dan and I sent a text, we talked about on the show, like that the Tennessee Titans were going to wear the old Houston Oilers uniforms. And I sent a picture of Derrick Henry, like, before the game started, like, pregame. I'm like, how fucking sweet are these uniforms?
Yeah, that's sweet.
They're the best, right?
Freaking Tennessee. This is Houston.
And I agree, Dan. Here's the deal. Houston and Tennessee, they play in the same division, right?
Yeah.
They play this year.
Yeah.
They need to play for the right to the fucking Houston Oilers uniforms because I don't think the Tennessee Titans deserve them either. I think the Houston Texans deserve them.
Exactly.
So I think that's the deal. That's the deal.
Yeah, no, that's bullshit.
They play twice a year. They're in the same division. Whatever game it is, when they play, it's the right. We're going to play for the rights to the Houston Oilers throwback
that uniform. It was a white helmet with the oil derrick on the side.
Fucking
but
great.
Said Houston across the front.
That's what the University of Houston wore?
Yeah.
They didn't have the oil derrick on the hat.
I thought it did.
No, there wasn't even that. All they had was the colors, Dan.
That's bullshit. The NFL, that's...
It's overreaching a little bit. Dan,
freaking...
How much you love that idea between Tennessee and Houston playing?
Yeah,
I'm going to play fucking hard for the rights of those throwback uniforms because I think they're the best.
I mean, you might see some knives.
Somebody going to get shivved, Dan says. Recapping, Arizona 1-7, playing the 4-3 Cleveland Browns in Cleveland.
Fucking talk about the Browns.
We are. I'm just recapping. -8. They're -8. We talked about Arizona a bit. We talked about the Cleveland. Let's talk about the Cleveland Browns. I mean, they have a great defense, and we know that. And they
the last 2 weeks, the defense has not played great.
Last week in Indianapolis, or the previous week before last week, Indianapolis, they made big plays. They gave up big plays. This week, they gave up some points, but they're a playmaking defense. I'll put it at a minimum.
They are.
I mean, and a team has some resiliency, Dan.
Pressure.
They were down 14-0 like in a heartbeat in that game. And they fought all the way back and took the lead, and then they lost it at the end. With that being said, they need better quarterback play. I don't like the play calling from Stefanski at the end of the game. I think they should have ran the ball twice as opposed to P.J. Walker throwing the ball off the helmet of a dude. Did you see the reference? You're watching, right? He goes,
the game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Did
watching the
you
game.
hear what the announcer said?
No.
When he threw it off the dude's helmet?
No, because
he goes, "The Seattle Sounders will be proud."
Oh my God.
Anyway, that's the
handball.
MLS reference. That's it.
Yeah.
Yes, I loved it. I started laughing immediately.
And as soon as he dropped back, when I saw the formation, when he was in shotgun, I'm like, why are we not running the ball? I mean, it's 3rd and 3. Get 3 yards running the freaking ball, and if you don't, you punt it and pin him deep. It's Pee Wee fucking football.
I don't disagree with what Dan's saying. With that being said, we don't really have to say anything about the Cleveland Browns besides, is fucking Ford going to play? I mean, he practiced on a limited basis. They need better quarterback play. There's no two ways about it, Dan.
There's no two ways about it, but they're screwed because Andrew Berry left the cupboard bare when it comes to backup quarterback. So if Deshaun is hurt, he's hurt. He can't play. And that's Andrew Berry's fucking fault.
And he thought Dorian Thompson-Robinson outplayed Josh Dobbs in the preseason, and I get it.
I don't know. He thought, I'm getting picked.
You also think that
the analytics people are like, we're getting picks for him. We're getting picked. Because Dobbs was on $1 million. That's his contract. So he went to Arizona, and then Arizona traded him to Minnesota, and $1 million.
Right.
That's it. So, hey.
Ford has to play, and he has to play better.
Dobbs. He's going from one starter to another starter, and he's making shit.
They're making the show long. Cleveland -8. Ford needs to fucking play better.
Yeah.
You want to go? You want me to go?
I'm going to go with Cleveland.
Me too. It's that Cleveland Browns defense, which is legit. Playing a very...
And we're at home.
Playing a rookie quarterback. I mean, he...
Rookie, and if Kyler comes in, why would you put Kyler Murray in against this defense?
Whatever. Because
he ain't that good either.
Nobody's afraid of anybody in the National Football League. Come on.
Who's going to throw to?
I don't know that either. But I don't know. Kyler Murray, that's the wild card in this game. You know, it's a big number. If they run this Cameron Thune kid out and let him play all 4 quarters, I think they get destroyed because I think the Browns end up with a defensive touchdown or so. So we'll see. Dan and I are both going to ride with Cleveland -8. You know, betting that Kyler Murray doesn't come in or doesn't make a difference if he does come in. So next game on the board, Los Angeles Rams travel to the Tundra to play the Green Bay Packers. Packers 3-point favorites in this game. The Rams are 3-5 on the year. The Packers are 2-5 on the year. Rams come off a loss in Dallas where they got absolutely blown out. Really a rough day for them. I'm not sure if Stafford's going to play.
Yeah,
Stafford got hurt.
Checked out.
They actually pulled a previous quarterback from the Rams named John Wofford off of the Tampa Bay practice squad. Obviously, in preparation if Stafford can't go. It wouldn't surprise me if he doesn't go. Green Bay, this team's a mess too. They lost at home against Minnesota. I mean, all the questions in Green Bay is because we all know that, you know, the National Football League revolves around quarterback play for a significant, chunk of your success. And is Jordan Love the answer over there? And he doesn't look really great at all.
Not at all.
But they're -3 in this game. I'm gonna take the lead. I'm gonna play the Packers -3 in this game because I don't think Stafford ends up playing because he doesn't have any reason to play.
I agree. He's checked out. I'm going with Green Bay.
Dan and I both on the Packers -3 in this game. The next game on the board is Tampa Bay Buccaneers traveling to Houston. Houston is a 3-point favorite in this football game. Tampa Bay's 3-4 on the year. Houston Texans share the exact same record of 3-4. Tampa Bay comes off with kind of their mini bye. They lost that game in Buffalo where they were game. They're losers of 3 in a row, however, but they were very game in that football game. They fought. They got the backdoor touchdown, and then they got the ball back. And would you stay up, Dan, last Thursday night and see the Hail Mary that Baker Mayfield threw to the end zone? When's the last time you've seen a Hail Mary not hit anybody? It hit the ground. It was a perfectly thrown ball. And I swear, if Godwin would have turned around a half a second early, he would have caught it clean. And they would have won that football game, which I kind of would have loved to have seen. But anyway, they're still in that really bad division in the NFC South where it's still, 3-4 is a perfectly fine record in that division. So, and then you got Houston, and they're in a division where nobody's running. Well, Jacksonville is the team that has kind of emerged, if you will. Their offense struggled, coming off by the previous week in Carolina. And they had control of the game and they ended up losing at the buzzer on a field goal, which disappointed me, with Carolina winning their first football game. But anyway, they're not on the board. Houston -3 at home against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Tampa Bay.
I think Houston bounces back. I like their defense better. I think they're a better football team.
Come on.
Oh, he is from Texas. That's a good point. I never thought about that. I think Houston bounces back. I like D'Amico Ryans, what he's got going there. They lost the game with the buzzer. They know they should have won. I think they come out firing a little bit better. I'm going to go with Houston. Dan's on Tampa Bay.
They're playing a shitty team.
Next game, speaking of shitty, next game on the board. The Washington Commanders travel to play the New England Patriots in Foxborough. Another 3. There's a lot of 3s on the line, a lot of short lines on the line.
Are shitty.
New England -3 in this game. Washington is 3-5 on the year. The New England Patriots 2-6. Washington, they come off with their home loss against Philadelphia, but
and they have no defensive linemen left.
They do. You're right. Sam Howell played really well. The offense played really well. They lit up the Philadelphia defense.
I was shocked. I was hoping they were going to win. I mean, I watched that game.
I watched a large chunk of it because I was on Philadelphia. I bet them to win that game. And then Sam Howell kept lighting them up. I mean, he played well. There's no two ways about it. But meanwhile, what's the psyche of this football team after you deal your 2 defensive ends? And very good defensive ends.
Wait. Yeah, we're checking out.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really tough message to send to your football team at the halfway pole of the season.
You got rid of 2 starters.
And the guys who go get the quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, really good players. I mean, one of them garnered a second-round pick. The other one garnered a third-round pick. That's significant compensation in the National Football League, meaning they're very good players. I mean, that's a shitty message to send to your football team, and it's got to be demoralizing for sure. New England 2-6, they come off of their loss in Miami, kind of back to reality after they had beat Buffalo somehow. The offense is so fucking limited on that football team. New England -3 in this football in the game.
I'm going to go with New England because they're at home and because of all the shit that happened in Washington. I don't see how you replace those 2 guys.
Yeah, I mean, one is something that I don't even know who the backups are, but you got both of them playing now. I agree. I don't like it. I think Washington's a better football team in New England, but I'm going to take the New England Patriots -3 as well. I think it's a safer play. Dan mentioned lousy football games coming up in a row, and it is my Chicago Football Bears traveling to New Orleans to play the New Orleans Saints. The Saints are -8.5 in this football game. The Bears are 2-6 on the year. New Orleans Saints are 4-4 even on the year. The Bears come off a throttling out in Los Angeles where the defense was just fucking awful. Their backup quarterback, Tyson Bagent, who I've kind of been pumping and things like that, looked very average in the football game. They need Fields back. Now, I don't know about this football team. The Bears continue to be buyers with a really shitty football team at the deadline. Last year they purchased for a second-round pick Chase Claypool. This year they go for Montez Sweat. I'm sure it'll work out much better than the Chase Claypool situation worked out. But with that being said, New Orleans, they're come off of their win in Indianapolis, where the offense looked way better. They put up a ton of points in that game. I guess Derek Carr played better. I don't know about this football team. They're 8.5-point favorites, which is a big number.
Is Montez playing?
Yeah, fuck. Well, I don't know that, but Dan, okay, he's a pass rusher, right?
Yeah, stick him in.
Right, what the fuck? My job is to go get the quarterback.
Yeah.
He's not going to change his fucking swim move. He's not going to change his bull rush or whatever the fuck he does. Okay, yeah, no. Fucking play. Let's do it.
I'm not sold on New Orleans. I'm actually taking Chicago in this because I'm 8.5.
Number's too big for a shitty football team like that.
No,
then I continue to take the Bears, and we're going to do it again. I think it's too big of a number in New Orleans for them to, I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen, but I like the points in this game. I think it's a safer play. Next game on the board, Indianapolis plays Carolina. Indianapolis, 2.5-point favorites on the road in Carolina. Indianapolis comes off their home loss against New Orleans. They compete week in, week out. They lost a big game. Minshew, has this team going forward because of Anthony Richards' AC joint injury. He's gone for the season. He's up and down. He makes big plays. He makes big mistakes. Carolina, congratulations, Carolina Panthers. I hate to see it. They're 1-6 on the season now. They won their first game last week at the buzzer against the Houston Texans. The offense looked a lot better. I mean, specifically 9 looked a lot better. I watched the game because I'm rooting like hell for Carolina to lose because, once again, I mention it like almost every week that the Bears own their first-round draft pick. Indy minus 2.5 in Carolina. I have no idea what's going to happen. I'm going to pick up my heart, though, and that's to take the Indianapolis Colts.
Oh, the Indianapolis' defense is good. I mean, I've seen it first.
They gave up like 40 to the Saints last week, Dan.
To us, they're good. I'm taking that defense. A rookie quarterback. No, I'm going with Indy.
No, Dan, I mean, it's short of a field goal. Win the game at the end. I hope like hell they do because I really want the Bears to have the number 1 pick overall. But anyway, Dan and I are both on the Indianapolis Colts minus 2.5. Let's talk about really, really, really shitty football games.
Yeah, this is a shit show here.
Holy shit, the New York Giants travel across country to play the Las Vegas Raiders. Both these teams share the same really, really shitty record of 2-6. The line on this game is the Vegas Raiders minus 2. It was 3 before. What happened overnight?
Yeah, I'm surprised it's minus 2 because they got rid of their coach, the offensive coordinator, the GM, and who knows who else got freaking fired.
Mark Davis is a very weird dude. Very wealthy, but weird dude. Puts out a press release at 1 in the morning Eastern time, which I guess is 10 their time, 10 p.m. their time. Fired Josh McDaniels. Fired Dave Ziegler, the general manager. Fired the offensive coordinator. We might as well talk about the Vegas Raiders first. We'll talk about the Giants.
It was funny because I read some article. I mean, Devontae Adams, I don't think has been used right. I mean, he doesn't get targets. But at one point, I thought he was hurt. And I don't know. There was a primetime game where he was playing. I don't know if it was a Monday night game, Thursday night game.
They played Monday night against Detroit.
No, it wasn't this past game. It was earlier in the season. And he was coming off an injury. So I thought he was a decoy. That's why they weren't going to him.
Yeah. Your gloves on?
Huh? Yeah, I got gloves.
You have on the
It's
whole time?
fucking freezing. Yeah.
What the fuck?
But Josh Jacobs and Devontae were bitching after this game. And I'm like, wait, Josh Jacobs, what are you bitching about? Because I thought you were the stud of that game Monday night.
He ran hard.
The ball. I mean, so I don't know how you're bitching that you're not part of the offense or,
Never talk about the Raiders. I mean, Garoppolo looked bad, and he got replaced. I mean, we're kind of going full circle. Antonio Pierce, a former New York Giant football player who's from California, assumes the interim head coaching position there. With that being said, Garoppolo...
The linebacker coach.
Yep. Garoppolo was awful in Detroit on Monday night. He missed a wide-open Devontae Adams. Adams dropped the ball, and maybe that's partly because he's not really involved in the game, type of thing.
So Garoppolo's never really been that good. The only success he had was when he was playing with Shanahan in Shanahan's system. That's it. I mean, Purdy looked good, then all of a sudden now he doesn't.
They're on bye this week. There'll be a lot to say about that San Francisco football team, but they're not on the board. The Vegas Raiders, they decided to go with Aiden O'Connell the rest of the year. It's not a 1 week thing. Aiden O'Connell is the rookie out of Purdue. Might as well see what the fuck he got, right?
Who made that decision? You fired everybody.
I think Mark Davis made the decision. Mark Davis says, "You're fired. You're the new head coach. We're gonna play this Aiden O'Connell kid to see if he's worth a shit, and then we got to figure out if we got to go in the quarterback pool next year to find somebody."
What are they trying to get Caleb Williams? They're going to be in the same shit ass spot.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to shake out.
I don't even want to pick this game.
Anyway, we haven't talked about the Giants.
They suck too.
They come off of
They just traded their best defensive lineman.
Williams, they did, to the Seattle Seahawks. They come off of their loss against the Jets. You talk about a painful fucking game to watch. And I watched part of it because it was Dan and I's elephant pick. There was 24 punts in that game. They scored 23 points in the game total. There was 24 fucking points. The Giants absolutely blew the game at the end. They have quarterback issues. Daniel Jones hurt. Tyrod Taylor's hurt. Some guinea named Tommy DeVito. Well, that's not guinea that bad. I don't mean to offend the Italian people, but this kid named Tommy DeVito is the quarterback on his football team.
He lives in Jersey.
Georgia.
Tommy.
Yeah, Tommy.
2 houses down, Tommy.
Tommy 2 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Vegas Raiders -2 in this game, Dan. What the hell?
I'm going with the Giants on this. Vegas is a shit show.
And the Giants aren't. I'm taking the Vegas Raiders -2. It's short of a field goal. Fuck, it's short of a field goal. We're done with the shitty football games. A really, really good football game in the NFC. And a very important football game is the Dallas Cowboys traveling to Philadelphia to play the Eagles in division. Dallas is 5-2 on the year. The Eagles are 7-1. Philadelphia is a 3-point favorite in this game. Dallas comes off probably their best performance of the year, a win at home against the Los Angeles Rams, where the offense looked really good. I mean, the defense always looks pretty good, or even better than that. And the offense looked really good this week. So they're coming off a big performance with a lot of confidence, and they go to Philadelphia. Philadelphia comes off of their win in division last week against the Washington Commanders, where they were down for a significant chunk of that football game, continue to play to their level of competition. It wasn't pretty, but they won again. Philadelphia -3 in this game at home against the Dallas Cowboys, Dan.
Wait a minute, you're done talking already?
I talked about both of them pretty good. You want to talk about Dallas or Philadelphia? You're going to see this game for sure.
Oh,
you actually want to see this game.
No, I actually do want to see this
That's
game.
a great game.
But hold on. I need to keep talking, Ken. I want to see the weather in Philly.
You want to see the weather in Philly?
Sunday.
Here's the deal. Philadelphia's -3 in this football game. I talked about both of them. I thought the performance by Dallas was great last week. I think they rolled in Philadelphia with a lot of confidence. I'm going to take the Dallas Cowboys to win this football game in Philadelphia. We'll see. I mean, they're kind of a team that has been Jekyll and Hyde to an extent that may be a little bit of a strong adjective for them.
Holy hell.
Perfect, right?
65 is the high on Sunday. 45 is the low. 5% chance of rain. What time is this? A 4 o'clock game?
Yep, 4 p.m. Yeah, 4 p.m. slate.
No, it's
started.
1 o'clock.
No.
Oh, shit. I'm going with Philly.
Dan took Philly. I'm going to take the Dallas Cowboys to keep the momentum going. The 4 p.m. slate, by the way, I think I mentioned, but if I didn't, it started with the Giants at the Vegas Raiders. And then we got another really good it's in the 4 o'clock slot where it's not supposed to be in the 4 o'clock slot. Philadelphia is the Eastern team. It is the Buffalo Bills.
Wait, this is not the Sunday Night Football game?
Oh, it is Sunday Night Football. Damn, now I'm getting messed up. So, we are on the Sunday Night Football game. What is it? There are only 2 games in the 4 p.m. slot?
Hey, you made the board.
No, I think it's right. You look it up.
Well, there's how many teams on bye? You got 6 on bye.
There's really only 2 games in the 4 p.m. slot?
You got a Thursday night game. You got a Sunday morning game. That might be right. I mean, I could look too.
Oh, shit. The Indianapolis Colts and the Carolina Panthers, I miswrote the board, start the 4 p.m. slate. I have no idea why that's there. So there's 3 games in the 4 p.m. slot. They had to put something fucking there. But anyway.
For CBS to cover.
Sunday Night Football is another very good football game. I told you there was 4 really good football games on the slate, if you ask me.
All right, wait. Wasn't this where DeMar Hamlin?
100%. It's a replay of the game that wasn't. It was a DeMar Hamlin game that they suspended and never played because it was so late in the football season. It is Buffalo traveling to Cincinnati. Cincinnati's -3 in this football game. Buffalo is 5-3 on the year. The Cincinnati Bengals are 4-3 on the year. Buffalo comes off of their Thursday night win, previous Thursday night win against Tampa Bay. I guess the offense played a little bit better. They could have lost the game at the buzzer on that Hail Mary that just fell to nobody. But I don't know about this team. You talk about a team that is tough to predict. I mean, they're 1-3 on the road this year. They haven't played well on the road. Cincinnati, they come off a really, really big win out on the coast against San Francisco, where they all of a sudden look like this team.
Yeah, no, Joe Burrow.
Of the previous years.
I'm like, whoa, Joe's back.
Yeah, Joe Burrow looks to be back. He really does. He looks to be fully healthy to me. Cincinnati -3 at home against Buffalo.
I want Buffalo to win, but I got to go with Cincinnati.
I think they win this football game, too. I like Cincinnati in this game. Dan and I are on the same page for Sunday Night Football. Monday Night Football. Sorry about that slight, too. I can't believe the Indianapolis-Carolina game. I got to guess at that. But anyway, the Los Angeles Chargers are on Monday night. They travel across country to play the New York Jets. Chargers are 3-point favorites in this game.
Jets on primetime again.
Yeah, they were expecting Aaron Rodgers. When does flexing happen? I don't know. The Chargers 3-4 on the year. The New York Jets are 4-3. Chargers come off an absolute beatdown at home against Chicago. They did whatever they wanted to on offense against the Bears defense.
I still don't think the Chargers are that good.
They're not consistent at all.
No.
There's not a consistent football team. And then you got the Jets, who are somehow 4-3 on the year. Like, how the fuck is this team 4-3? Anyway, they are. They should have lost last week against the Giants.
They should have.
Giants completely blew the game. They need improved quarterback play like quite a few football teams do in the National Football League. But they're still there with Zach Wilson. They didn't make any moves at the deadline or anything like that. Chargers -3 at the Jets. I mean, the Jets have a fucking good defense, Dan.
They do. And the Chargers, Herbert and their coach, I got to go with the Jets.
I'm gonna lay it with the Chargers. I think
really.
I know they're terribly inconsistent, but maybe the confidence thing, because they absolutely did whatever they wanted against the Chicago Bears. I mean, I know that's against the Chicago Bears.
It was the Bears.
It was the Bears, yes. Exactly right. Dan and I are odds. I think we're at odds probably on 5, 6 games, probably for sure. I have no idea what my best bet on the board. It might take me a hot bit. Buys this week. It is Denver, Detroit, Jacksonville, and San Francisco. We are on our best bets for the game, or for the slate this Sunday and Thursday, if you will. Dan, you got an idea?
Giants over the Raiders.
Really?
Fuck yeah.
I'm not going there.
Oh,
I'm not going there.
They're a mess.
I don't like it. There's so
Giants.
many short lines on the board. I really don't like it at all.
Actually, I don't know. I might change that. The Raiders might be relieved that McDaniels is gone. I'm changing mine. Hold on. I'm not doing that.
Little pause. I agree. I mean, this is a really tough board this week. There's a lot of really short lines. I think it's difficult. I'm going to go early. The in-laws are going to be happy. I think they're a better football team than the Kansas City Chiefs. They're getting points. They're getting 2 points in this football game right now. They didn't make a trade deadline deal, but it's almost like they did because they got Jalen Ramsey back last week. He's a playmaker.
Is that douchey if I go with the same one?
No, not at all, man.
I'm taking Miami too.
I like it. Dan and I are both playing early, 9:30 a.m. We plan on having a winner by 1 p.m. slate. I can't wait to talk to my in-laws. It's a good lead out. I'm looking forward to what that boys text has to say when those fellas are drinking at 9 in the morning. Thank you for listening. We may have a different shoot night next week. Kate and I do not have tickets yet, but we're supposed to be going to the Pink concert at the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse.
Nice.
The home of the Cavs, which is on Wednesday. So we'll see if it happens.
I'll be here with Strawman.
Yeah. No, we'll shoot together. They all figured it out. We're very flexible in regards to that. Sometimes we got to do Tuesdays, and then we accommodate each other's schedules. So anyway, I hope we got it right for you guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching.
Go Crew.